Good evening, and thank you for joining me for the annual State of the City Address. As I begin my 7th year as mayor and present my 7th State of the City, I do so with an extreme amount of pride and hope for our future. The last 2 years have been a challenge, for sure, but I truly appreciate the incredible hard work, dedication, resilience, and fortitude to continuing moving forward with our plan and visions for Euclid. There are so many things I can share tonight, but I will focus on the highlights of 2021. For me, they center around people, projects, plans, and the direct relationship to progress. We could not do what we do without the incredible professionals, partners, and active involvement of our residents. Let me start by thanking and acknowledging our City Council, who helped make everything possible through their partnership. Congratulations to Council President Mancuso for her re-election. I'm glad that the voters have supported her leadership and professionalism. I also want to congratulate and welcome our 2 new council members, Ward 2 Councilman Richard Tolton, Ward 8 Councilwoman Angela Steele, who join a talented group of City Council members, Stefana Cavanis, Marcus Epps, Chris Jaros, Christine McIntosh, John Wotilla, and Maria Jukic. All are focused on working together to strengthen our city. The committee selected and the initiatives of council members support the goals and vision we share. I look forward to continuing to work together. I also want to take just a moment to recognize outgoing council members Brian Moore and Laura Gorshi, who both contributed in a positive way to the progress we have made. I know you join me in thanking them for their service to our community. We all know that the work of the city is performed by our dedicated employees, and we know specifically the importance of strong safety forces. During 2021, we hired 17 police officers, bringing our ranks to 100, a level we have not seen in decades. We also hired an unprecedented number of firefighters, adding 14 firefighters through the course of the year. We stand committed to hiring the most qualified, diverse candidates and thank the leadership of both police and fire, as well as the Civil Service Commission for their creative, forward-thinking actions to attract talent. With an increased number of officers in both police and fire, we are better able to serve our residents and meet the changing needs of our community. I want to take just a few minutes to highlight the incredible work by our first responders. Both the Euclid Police Department and the Euclid Fire Department responded to unprecedented number of calls for service. I want to thank Chief Scott Meyer and his team at the EPD for their hard work and dedication to protecting and serving our community. Notably, just shy of 12,000 calls, or 20% of all their calls, by our officers were for proactive, officer-initiated encounters. That's a characteristic of a department that not only protects, but cares for our community. These initiatives include, but are not limited to, high-visibility patrols, focused observation in neighborhoods, relationship building through basketball games, ice skating events, and a multitude of community outreach initiatives. Being visible and getting to know each other are keys to creating a partnership with our residents and strengthening community trust. In 2022, I hope you get an opportunity to meet a brand new addition to the police department. Her name is Greta. She's not assigned to a patrol beat, nor able to drive a patrol car. Her gift is serving you and EPD staff. Greta is a trained therapy dog and has assisted in various calls for service. I continue to be proud of the innovation happening within the department. I also want to thank Chief Chris Haddock and all the men and women in the fire department. During 2021, 85% of their calls were for emergency medical services. I share this number because while we were trying to social distance and navigate through the pandemic, our men and women still responded, still got up close to residents that needed assistance, and still graciously took care of over 12,000 calls for service. Both safety forces suffered staff impact from COVID, like many staff teams across the country, but I'm proud to say these chiefs adjusted staffing and responded every time we needed them. 2022 will also be celebratory for the Euclid Fire Department. This year marks the 100th anniversary of being a paid department. While anniversaries look back to how far we've come, I'm also proud to look forward as we plan for modern facilities, enhance our recruitment process with a regional focus, and undergo a community strategic planning process. Specific to my administrative team, I'd like to announce the new Planning and Development Director, who will start at the end of this month. Patrick Grogan-Myers brings experience and a skill set that's sure to continue the progress we've seen in this department. He joins a talented and committed team of directors, including Law Director Kelly Sweeney, Public Service Director Dan Connect, Recreation Director Max Stevens, Finance Director James Smith, and Assistant to the Mayor Crystal Greta. I'd like to recognize the Planning and Development Department that was led by Director Allison Lucasy-Love and her team, and the Building and Housing Department that's overseen by my office and managed by Jim Cuardi. These two departments continue to grow their partnership and have assisted many new small and large businesses as they made Euclid their home. They also are instrumental in expansion and renovation projects for existing commercial owners. As we continue to grow in the commercial sector, this partnership remains critical. We are grateful for the new businesses that opened, such as 222 Cold Brew, Ethan's Crossing, Couture Creations, Landmark Recovery, Bank of America, and more. We are grateful for the improvements and investments made by many existing businesses like Lincoln Electric, Iron Hawk, the 6th building at Bluestone Business Park, the groundbreaking of the Help Foundation Greenhouse, and more. And we're grateful for new businesses that are on their way, like Hide and Chic, Divergent Salons, Be Well Urgent Care, and Collision Bend Brewery. We're grateful for initiatives like Recast that are helping to identify and support small-scale entrepreneurs, helping to fill our vacant storefronts. My commitment to regular business visits remains strong. These visits help us to understand the business sector needs, the growth opportunities, and share the investments occurring throughout the city. In 2021, one of the common issues raised at several of these visits was the lack of workforce and difficulty attracting and retaining skilled workers. I'm proud to share a partnership with Tri-C and the Euclid Schools in the development of a community access center that focuses on workforce training, job readiness, and connecting open positions and residents seeking employment. We also continue to work together with the Euclid Chamber of Commerce under the directorship of Dana Heil. The Chamber assisted businesses in providing a pre-certification workshop for minority businesses. They also joined the city to host a workforce roundtable event with local manufacturers and workforce partners in direct response to their needs. A strong business sector is key to a strong financial health. Thanks to the growing businesses, addition of funds from outside sources, and better tax collection services, I'm pleased to report that we ended 2021 with a very healthy general cash fund balance of $7.1 million. Thanks to the hard work of many, we also received several grants, without which we could not have accomplished all that we have to meet our priorities. Income tax remains our largest source of revenue and one that we depend on to provide vital city services. 2021 brought a new partnership with RETA to expand our services for residents while maintaining a local tax department service. This partnership has resulted in increased security, technology, service options, and most importantly, collections. From February 1st through December 31st, 2021, RETA added almost 2,300 new accounts. They received more than 18,000 submissions electronically, which represents 62% of all collections. 2021 collections exceeded projections by $1.8 million. The advanced technology and the data available through this partnership will be more important than ever as we respond to the impact of the work-from-home rules. 2022 and the receipt of the Federal American Rescue Plan Act funds brings an incredible opportunity for our community, and I look forward to working with my administration, council, and the community to utilize these funds to fully recover from the pandemic while making the best decisions to prepare the city for a strong future. Priorities for the use of these ARPA funds will focus on maintaining critical services and supporting improved health, safety, and economic recovery. During the pandemic, community programming was directly impacted, yet our staff continued to find ways to adapt and improve. The Recreation Department saw much-needed improvements to fields and facilities and began utilizing a new software system, Civic Rec, to make it easier for residents to register online and in person. Director Stevens and his staff reopened Memorial Pool that was closed to COVID in 2020 and introduced several new programs to the community and saw major increases in participation and revenue in the Panther Swim Camp, skating lessons, and Trunk or Treat, to name a few. Senior programs reopened to the public in August, and despite the COVID restrictions, the staff were able to serve over 15,000 congregate meals and 17,000 home-delivered meals. Bob Payne and the Senior Center staff have introduced new programs, and membership remains just $10 at that great place by the lake. Shore Cultural Center, now self-managed by the city, saw new windows, new tenants, increased revenue, and a fresh new outlook for this community asset. I am proud of each and every staff person that serves our residents in their capacity. They have all gone through a lot this year at various times, being short-staffed while handling increased commercial, residential, and community needs. Everyone has and continues to pull together, and I've noticed. Progress simply can't be attained without good people at all levels. In 2021, the pandemic did not hinder the number of exciting projects that began and were accomplished. Over 23 residential side streets were repaved across the community. Waterline and resurfacing improvements improved life for residents on Fuller, Goler, and Colburn. Golf cart paths were replaced at Briardale Greens, enhancing our local amenity. New basketball courts were installed at Bluestone School, new playgrounds were completed at Memorial Park and Willow Park for safer recreation for families. A new electronic reader board was installed on Euclid Avenue to increase communications, and a sidewalk replacement pilot program that assists residents with their sidewalk condition and increases walkability of our neighborhoods. Two longer-term projects reached substantial completion. The Waterfront Improvement project enhances our lakefront for all 49,000 residents as well as visitors from across the region. The project is an award-winning project that brought about national recognition for our city in an area that has been an emphasis of mine since I've been elected: private-public partnerships. We can continue to reach new heights when we do things together. The second project is one I'm sure most of you passed multiple times over the last few years: the water reclamation plant. In response to the EPA, Director Dan Kinect and his team have completed the most environmentally effective alterations needed for something we probably all take for granted: clean water. We also experienced excitement on the housing side with an increase in new homes being built on vacant parcels. These homes have brought up the housing values in our neighborhoods and bring a fresh look and energy. The average selling price of these homes were from $235,000 and up. A new development project is also underway on Wilmore at the site of the former Wilmore School. 12 new homes will be on these parcels, bringing a tremendous increased value to this area, providing a different type of housing option for new and relocated residents. While the county triennial assessment of properties recorded an average 18% increase in housing values, Euclid's median home sale price experienced a 23.8% increase, as reported by the Akron-Cleveland Association of Realtors. That's heading in the right direction. Projects like all of these are indication of projects for a community. Our good people completing these projects together with the help of City Council Euclid resident involvement and various public and private partners can only come to fruition as a result of good, sustainable planning. Years of planning have gone into 2022's resurfacing of both Euclid Avenue from border to border and East 185th Street. Both streets went through a Transportation for Livable Communities initiative planning and are made possible by multiple partnerships, including the City of Cleveland for 185th Street, Cuyahoga County, Ohio Department of Transportation, and the Northeast Ohio Area Coordinating Agency. Both projects are slated to be awarded in March and completed this year. As with many of our projects, we will also look for ways to multiply the benefits by adding streetscape upgrades, planting trees, and municipal beautification elements. These conversations will continue with an interdepartment team of city staff. The Top of the Tank is a project that many of you helped us plan. We've had public meetings on the green space site that now exists in our downtown area. We're encouraged by the creativity of the residents that have participated. A couple of residents have actually created models of their own. Some other notable planning that will continue through 2022 are considering a beach house at the new Paddlecraft Beach site, increasing recreational trail options at the Hero Park location, expanding lakeshore walkability, participating in the Metro Parks Greenway discussions, assisting and encouraging a resident-led community development corporation, and remaining focused on our safety facilities planning. Progress is definitely measured by recent successes, but can only truly be achieved when we are exercising fiscally responsible, strategically focused planning together. Lastly, and most importantly, I want to talk about the number one issue for all of us: safety. As we continue to make progress, I recognize that safety is the root of what helps us attract and retain residents and businesses, and has the greatest impact on our quality of life. I know we are all committed to improving safety. Over the last several years, we have added officers, we have diversified our police force, we have strengthened community outreach, we have updated policies, we have updated vehicles and equipment, and many other actions that have helped to strengthen our police department. Despite our efforts and support, we continue to see a rise in crime and safety concerns, not only in our community, but across the nation. We need to do more, and we need to do it in a multidimensional, long-term approach that includes city departments and staff, city council, residents, businesses, institutions, and organizations. So tonight I offer a framework to guide us forward. The framework builds off many ideas brought forward in conversations with council members, like Councilwoman Yukich mentioned earlier, police department leadership, and community members. In 2022, this framework will serve as the foundation for the formulation of a multi-year, 5-point comprehensive safety plan. I'm confident that this plan will directly impact the quality of life for families and the health of our businesses. The vision is the City of Euclid will be one of the safest inner-ring suburbs and an innovative leader in modern policing and community safety. The framework is centered on 5 key areas, all critical to improving safety, and I'm calling it OPTIC. The first key area is officers. The foundation of safety begins with our officers. We will create law enforcement team prepared for policing in 2022 and beyond. We will continue to address and determine adequate staffing levels, increase and creative use of support staff, determine the best training for the health and safety of our officers as they respond in this ever-changing climate. P is partnerships, programs, and policies. We have accomplished much in this area and will continue to refresh our policies aligning with national standards and proven best practices. We will continue to develop partnerships and programs with other law enforcement agencies, task forces, and organizations, always with purpose and impact in mind. T is technology. We need to provide the best tools to improve safety for our officers, our residents, and our businesses. We took a step forward with the addition of body-worn cameras and updated dash cameras, and look forward to exploring the use of other evolving technologies and the advancement in data and information collection, all with an eye on predicting trends for early intervention. I is innovation. The word innovation alone speaks of new and fresh. The plan will outline how we can incorporate new methods, new ideas, new products, always seeking diverse viewpoints and looking for innovative solutions to community and police issues. C is community. Community is at the center of everything we do. A safer community is the purpose, and that cannot happen without strong relationships with the community and community-driven initiatives. Optic, a vision for Euclid to be one of the safest communities and an innovative leader in modern policing and community safety by focusing on officers, partnerships, programs, and policies, technology, innovation, and community. I will commit financial resources, time, and unwavering focus and determination to achieve the goal of this plan, safety in our city. I ask you to join me. Let's take this framework and build from it to create, fund, and implement a comprehensive community safety plan, because increasing the quality of life and making your neighborhood safer is our #1 priority. I look forward to sharing more about this in the Safety Committee and throughout the community as the plan is further developed. As we begin 2022, I want to thank all my directors and chiefs, city employees, city council, volunteers, residents, and partner organizations for their hard work throughout the past year. I also thank you for your continued commitment to keeping the momentum and continuing the progress. I am incredibly proud of the people who make Euclid a strong and vibrant community. I am incredibly proud of the projects we have completed to strengthen our community and our city services. I am incredibly proud of the plans that are in place as we begin this new year. The people, the projects, and the planning have certainly brought about progress. Thank you for listening. Thank you for giving me this awesome responsibility to serve you and the city of Euclid. Most importantly, thank you for joining me with your continued involvement, commitment, and dedication to ensuring Euclid remains a strong, vibrant, safe community where we all can be proud to live, work, and visit. Thank you very much.